Welcome back to Forex Future Malawi. In the previous video, I talked about types of traders. We talked about swing traders, scalpers, and day traders. So in this video, I want to continue with time sessions. It's most important to understand when to trade, mostly when you're a short-term trader like a day trader or a scalper, and you really want to pay attention to this because time sessions one of the most clues to when to trade, which pairs you can trade. So the best time to trade, number one, is to understand to know when the market is volatile or there's liquidity on the forex market. That means the market can move really fast, and market moves fast, and then you, in a short period of time, you're in profit. So that's the best time to trade, when there's a lot of traders on the forex market. So as for swing traders, you don't mind about this because you don't care, you can stay longer on the forex market. But it's most important to understand these things. One of the most important factor as a trader, as a short-time trader, to understand which time sessions you trade. So like we said, I've been mentioning this, that the market is 24 hours, 5 days a week. And what makes it 24 hours? This is what happens. The market opens at 24 hour, which is CAT time. I'm gonna use CAT because here we're in Malawi, so it opens at 12 a.m. or I would say 00 time, or at 24, and that's Sydney session. Sydney is also called Australian time. Australia, no, Australian session, I mean, not time, Australian session. So Sydney is also called Australian, and then it opens at 12 and closes at 8 a.m. And then there's another session, Tokyo, or some other call it Japan session. So Japan session opens at 2 a.m. and closes at 11 a.m. And there's another session, London session, which is also called England session, and that opens at 10 a.m. and when it opens at 10 a.m. It closes at 7 p.m. Which is 19 hour also. And then lastly, the last session is New York session, which is also called USA, which opens at 3 p.m. or 15 hour and closes at 12 p.m. or at 24 hour. So when is the best time to trade? The best time, you would see, guys, that some sessions there are overlapping. That means there are a number of sessions happening together. So in that time, that's the best time to trade. Let's say you'd see that Tokyo session is overlapping from 2 a.m. Up to 8 a.m. So from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. there's an overlap of Sydney session or Australian session and Tokyo, which is Japan session. And then from 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. like that is for an hour. That was for 7 hours. Sydney and Tokyo, there's an overlap, and then for an hour from 10 to 11 there's an overlap for Tokyo session or Japan session, and an overlap with London session or England session. So there's an overlap there. And also London session also overlaps with New York session for about 5 hours, for about 5 hours. That is from 3, that is 3 p.m. or 15 hour to 7 p.m., which is 19 hour. So there's an overlap there, and then there goes. So which is the best time to trade? So you'd see London session is overlapping with 2 sessions, so it's the best time to trade. The best time to trade is from 10 a.m. To somewhere 3 p.m., which is 15 hour. and that's the best time to trade because there's a lot of traders in this session. And also USA session is the most traded. So which pairs can you trade in each session? So this also helps you when you're trading Sydney session. uh Sydney session, since it's an Australian, so you really want to trade Australia and New Zealand pairs, like pairs with New Zealand and Australia. So the likes of Australian dollar USD. So USD is the most traded pair. It's the one which is with the most exchange rate, and then it's chosen to be the exchange rate. So you can trade USD, Australian dollar USD, NZD New Zealand USD, Australian dollar New Zealand. So that's the base trade. Let's say you are trading just in that session. If you're trading in Tokyo session, that means it's in Asian countries. So you can Japan and Asian countries. That means you can trade USD JPY, NASD JPY, UOD JPY. So those pairs are the best to trade during that session. And then in London session, that means UK and Europe. So this is the most liquid, the one I said. So you can trade euro and then GBP in London session. In New York, which is USA, so you can trade all pairs, all 7 pairs. All 8 major pairs you can trade in this time. So so during the overlap of Sydney and Tokyo, and the first overlap, which has I think 7 hours of overlap, that means you can trade JPY, Australian dollar, and NASD. So pairs that are connected to that, or pairs that are connected to JPY, Australian dollar, or NASD. So let's say USD JPY, NASD JPY, Australian dollar JPY, or the USD, or the NASD. So all those pairs. So Tokyo in London session, that is overlapped just for an hour. Yeah. So and then London session and New York session is the one that is also volatile and the most traded. And trust me, the volatility is at the peak. So those are the best time to trade those pairs. Yeah. So you can trade all the pairs that are connected to USD. So I think this video will help you, and with time you're gonna get familiar with this. And I hope this is helping. If you've understood this, please leave a comment. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, thank you so much.